Welcome to General Biology. Today's video is going to be on the cell theory and cell structure. The cell theory has three main parts to it. One is cells are the basic unit of life. So we can't get any smaller than a cell and still be alive. So we have single-celled organisms, but we don't have like living organelles out there. Secondly, all organisms are made of cells. So at least all the organisms we have found so far have been made up of cells. And then last, all new cells come from pre-existing cells. That doesn't answer the question of where the first cells came from. We're not going to deal with that right now. So we have two main types of cells that are out there. We have eukaryotic cells, which means true chromosomes. Eu means true, karyot means chromosomes. So we have eukaryotic cells, which are what we're made up of, and we'll look at that a little more in depth here in a minute. And we have prokaryotic cells, which means first chromosome, and those are what bacteria are made up of. So if we're looking at this picture here, this big picture right here with all the organelles in it, that would be a eukaryotic cell. And this little one over here, that would be a prokaryotic cell. Prokaryotes are smaller than a lot of the organelles that we find in eukaryotic cells. Basically what a prokaryote is made up of is a cell wall, a cell membrane, some ribosomes on the inside, and a loop of DNA. And a lot of times it'll have flagella or cilia to help it move around. They are very small. Prokaryotes compared to eukaryotes are tiny. If you think of a thumbtack, the very tip of a thumbtack, this is what the tip of a thumbtack can hold as far as prokaryotes are concerned. This is the tip of a thumbtack, and these are prokaryotes on the tip of a thumbtack. So they're a very tiny organism. Eukaryotes have a little bit different structure than prokaryotes. So they have lots of membrane-bound organelles. Basically, the purpose of organelles is to increase the efficiency of the cell because each organelle will have a specialized job that it does. Eukaryotes also have a nucleus where we're going to store the DNA, and it kind of acts as a control center of the cell. They'll have a plasma membrane around the outside, and then they'll be filled with cytoplasm. So this is the basic structure of a eukaryote. You can see there's lots of organelles inside here. We have our nucleus. We have our ER, which is the transport system inside our cell. Golgi, which packages proteins. And ribosomes, which are used for energy. There are other organelles as well that we're going to talk about throughout the semester.